Welcome to SVGTV News for Thursday, May 25th, 2017. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. The Ministry of Education, the Traffic Department of the RSVG Police Force, along with other stakeholders such as Flow, OSV, and Correas Hazels Inc., all offered products and services to minibus operators here today as part of the celebrations for the first ever Minibus Operators Day. Speaking with SVGTV News, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Maureen Williams, said the activities were geared at sensitizing the operators on the critical role they play in the education process and to show them appreciation for their service.
And what we're saying today is that despite the many issues that I know we have with minibusmen, we must recognize the service that they offer to our students to take them safely to school. And that's what we are doing today. We are saying to them, your service is vital, and we are asking you, because our theme today is keep us safe today as you take us on our way. So that's what we are asking them today. Additionally, we are giving them bumper stickers, and these stickers are the voice of the students, asking them to keep them safe, asking them to turn the music down, asking them to stop for them without a fuss. And we're very happy to be a part of this. We are very happy that we have with us the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, and they are really a tower of strength with us.
Police Constable Khalid Gonzalez said the RSVG Police Force was happy to be part of the initiative.
Today we want to show them that, it is not really the hard and fast way every day. But today we want to express love. We want to get the message deeply across to them, right? So far as far as communication sake with the drivers and the department, the traffic department, it has been going well. They are very cooperative. They are willing to cooperate, as I said, and it has been going fairly well today. So I wish we could do this on a more regular basis per se, right? Because you could see that they appreciate it. It is well appreciated by them. It is well received by them, right? So as far as this initiative, it is a really great one, and it is only the beginning of the day, so things would really walk its way up. I'm looking forward for the remainder of the day with them out here.
Also speaking with our news team today was Miss SVG contestant LaDonna York, representing Metro St. General Insurance Limited. She stated that safety is of paramount importance to the traveling public and expressed elation at the opportunity to give back to the minibus operators.
Public on ways to be responsible. The drivers, they are not only responsible for their lives but their passengers, so I believe that safety is very important for us. They are our main source of transportation and we appreciate them, and I definitely say safety is of vital importance.
Alright, will you be giving out flyers to the minibus?
Of course I would, and I'm excited to give away flyers so that I can give the public awareness and some education on how to be responsible drivers here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Our news team also caught up with representatives of some of the companies who highlighted the products and services they provided to some minibus operators on their special day.
This booth here operated by Correas Hazels Inc. We have our bumper stickers that says good behavior on board, and we have the cooperation of the police officers, of course, the traffic branch. So we are basically interacting with the van drivers, getting the permission to put the bumper stickers onto their vehicles, and we are giving them as well coupons. We have discount coupons that we are giving to the drivers. We also have some cash coupons as well that they will be able to redeem for a drink at our pharmacies and also from ACE and ACE2. But this initiative by the Ministry of Education focuses on positive messages, and I believe that the minibus operators, when they read these messages, if they allow it to sink into their psyche, it could make a difference.
We are promoting a line of products from the automotive department, the auto detailing products. So today we have here some tire shine. The brand would be Top Hat and Recover. These are the best products for auto detailing, available at the One St. Vincent Group on VT Stretch Fountain. So I think so far the van drivers are very excited about the service.
What we're doing today is offering some bumper stickers and some gift bags with some goodies just to promote safe driving throughout St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. We have also the Alcatel Pixie 4. It's a part of our carnival promotion where you can purchase it for $135 with a combo plan.
We're giving out two prizes really for a costume for high voltage and also a ticket for Miss SVG contest where LaDonna is really going to be a part of it. We hope that she will come through as a victor in this particular case. So that's really our offering, really, and also to spread the message about safety for this particular day. It's important that our children are safe. It's also important that our general public, traveling public, is safe as well.
A number of the minibus operators who our news team caught up with expressed gratitude to all involved in the initiative, noting that it was a good gesture.
The minibus operators really appreciate this day. The traffic department is being very lenient today, and not issuing any violations, tickets and so forth. So we are asking all operators to maintain and show some discipline, some self-control, and obey the road signs, the laws, and so forth. Okay, and we really appreciate it. We want to say thank you to the Ministry of Education, the sponsors, all the sponsors, also the traffic department, the police that's involved, and everybody that's taking part in this Appreciation Day.
Well, yeah, it will make me more professional at doing this, because, we as people, conductors and drivers, we have to be more responsible on the road, and it's because we're traveling people and we have people life in our hands, so we have to be more careful and everything on the road.
It's a good day to start this process. We'll be grateful with the minibus operators and so to check them and make sure they're working properly and the schedule, and make sure the tires well up and so on. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. I think it's something they should do every year. Yeah, every year. Yeah. Well, I think if they get it every 3 months.
In other news, pointing out that more attention has to be paid by his political party and even other parties on the percentage of persons who ought to be registered voters, but for some reasons are not. A second vice president of the opposition New Democratic Party, Major Sinclair Leacock, is of the opinion that the aim of achieving a better electoral process begins with the early registration of all those who can vote. Speaking on the New Times radio program yesterday, Leacock said there has to be a more active approach to get persons registered and to again get those persons out on election day to vote.
It is far too slow, far too slow. By the law of average, a lot more people ought to be requiring registration at this time. People who are naturally coming of age at age 18 has to be far greater than the numbers you see that showing up for the polling station to register. People who have either lost their documents or can't find it or can't last they saw their ID cards, whatever it is. Now I believe a lot of our people also don't reach there to vote. And you can see what the problem is. If up to 5 o'clock, as it is now, with only 2/3 of the people going to the polls to vote, you have these long lines and queues, and people voting right up to the very last minute, 5 o'clock, at 60% and 65%. If our registration and attendance in election gets up to 75 to 80%, which is not an unreasonable figure. You see what will happen? It will probably mean you don't have enough polling stations, and the process for getting people to vote is too far too slow, because some of the people get discouraged. It's as close as that. So every single vote counts, and all our supporters need to make that effort.
Noting that shut-in registrations are scheduled to take place next Monday and Wednesday, May 29th and 30th, the Member of Parliament for Central Kingston urged all persons who are at the voting age to get registered to ensure that they have all required documents ready to evoke a more effective registration process.
Well, it's not very different from the regular process, you know. But it just that it puts more onus on you, the representative or the constituency, because you are the one, first of all, who have to know that you have people who are shut in. And then you have to notify the department, the electoral office, that they want these visitations done to this particular shut-in. And that there are shut-ins, and shut-ins situations could be varied across the board. So again, you know, maybe the elderly, maybe, you know, and you may want to give, on the other side, even though they're requesting it, adequate notice that they're coming, so that they're cleaned up and their housing and their room or wherever it is in a state to receive visitors and they're comfortable, and give the department, electoral department, adequate notice.
Service providers across the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL jurisdiction, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, have been working with the authority to upgrade their networks to provide improved services to their customers. That's according to Andrew Millett, the Director of Technical Services at ECTEL, on their recent roadshow here, aimed at sensitizing the public on the Electronic Telecommunications Bill. Millett stated that the issue of portability is an important one for ECTEL, adding that service providers have been engaged in necessary upgrades before the system can be implemented across member states.
This year, all service providers should complete their upgrades of the mobile network to facilitate it. But the launch is not yet. Then the fixed networks are also being upgraded, but the fixed networks, the completion will be Q1 of next year, so around March. And then the plan is to launch number portability across all member states simultaneously, sometime like in May of next year. So you'll get the number portability in all member states, from Grenada right up to St. Kitts and Nevis, for both mobile and fixed across all member states. So work is in progress. There's a lot of work, a lot of money being spent by the service providers to do that upgrade. And they're currently working with us to ensure that this happens.
Speaking on the issue of cyber attacks and security, Millett stated that data is not stored by service providers in the region, and as such, the consumer has a great responsibility in securing their data.
So quite a lot of your data doesn't really reside with the service provider, and certainly not in St. Vincent and Grenadines, but rather in the US and other places where you have those databases. So in terms of the cyber attacks, it could happen and affect people worldwide. Because so you have that, and we talk about another person talk about the responsibility of government. But before you get to government, we have to also look at the responsibility of the person in terms of what you put out there. So it's really important for people to be careful what they put out, you know, because a lot of people can access the information from all parts of the world. When you send an email, Gmail, it doesn't reside here at all. And people will have access to that information. If you have banking information there, that could be accessed by them. And it wouldn't really be the responsibility of the local service providers. So the responsibility, I think, first lies with the user, and government, I think, could follow up with some things.
The police here say they have launched an investigation as it relates to a 6-minute amateur porn video which has been making its rounds here, including on social media. The video, which features a Vincentian barber and a female teacher, went viral when it was leaked on Wednesday. It is alleged to have been filmed by an award-winning DJ with American citizenship and ties to this country. The video has attracted much backlash thus far. Officials of the Ministry of Education have refused to comment on the issue, stating it is a matter for the police to deal with. When SVGTV News contacted the police, we were told that discussions have been held with the male participant in the video. However, they are yet to determine whether an offense has been committed. series of activities will be held in Kingston and Havana to mark the 25th anniversary of diplomatic relations between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Cuba, which will be officially commemorated here tomorrow, Friday, May 26, 2017. The activities will commence with a cocktail reception this afternoon at the Cuban Embassy from 4:30 p.m. On Friday, May 26, 2017, the actual anniversary of the establishment of relations, a ceremony and a cultural showcase will be held at the Peace Memorial Hall from 5 p.m. The event is expected to hear remarks from the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries and Rural Transformation, Soboto Caesar, the Cuban ambassador and the president of the Cuban Vincentian Friendship Association. As part of the cultural segment, there will be performances by Vincentian artists and the Cuban band Cali Cuba. The final activity will be a public lecture to be delivered by Prime Minister Dr. Raul Gonzalez on Tuesday, May 30th at the Community College Lecture Hall, commencing at 10 a.m. This country's resident ambassador to Cuba, His Excellency Ellsworth John, will host a cultural celebration in Havana, Cuba on Tuesday, May 30th, which will include the participation of Sir Louis Straker, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Lady Straker, along with a cadre of local artists including Ronnie Small and Darren Andrews. Since 1992, there has been cooperation between Cuba and SVG, in particular in the areas of health, with the Vision Now program, in education through university scholarships and other academic programs. Most recently, the Spanish-speaking nation has been praised for its contribution towards this country's largest capital project, the Argyle International Airport. Carnival Beat is coming right up. In Carnival Beat this evening, we heard that the North Leeward Soca Monarch competition, an event organized by the Simple Songs family and sanctioned by the North Leeward Sports and Culture Association, saw the emergence of Lola, a first-time artist capturing the Monarch title with her hit song Champion. The event, which is in its second year, has gained much momentum. But as the Simple Songs family's manager, Bishon Williams, explained to SVGTV's Nalisha Miller, the attendance this year have shown great improvement, as well as the quality of the event itself.
Referred to as the underdog, Lola, the lone female artist in the competition, stood out above the rest to capture the North Leeward Soca Monarch title 2017 with her hit, fittingly dubbed Champion, on Saturday, May 20th at the Beachfront Restaurant and Bar in Chateaubriand. With her captivating performance, the Coles Hill resident got the judges' nod and the patrons' backing.
Inside his song, 12 electric, I know you can make it.
During a telephone interview with SVGTV News, manager of the Simple Songs family, the organizers of the competition, Bishon Williams, said this year's event was an upgrade from last year in all aspects, explaining that one of the major objectives was to diversify the competition with the participation of both males and females. Williams said he was also impressed with the level of creativity portrayed in the winner's performance and also commended the other artists for the level of professionalism shown.
By the beginning of the show, Lola had basically about 5 people cheering and dancing in front of the stage. I can't remember if you noticed the few ladies who were in front dancing and cheering for her. And as she progressed in her performance, her storyline became clearer. She came out as a champion, she battled on the stage, and she ended with showing that she is victorious.
Speaking on the quality of the music that is produced and disseminated out of the constituency, the Simple Songs family manager said he is quite pleased.
I'm impressed not just only with how they perform, but monitoring the build-up towards the show, monitoring the efforts that these artists would have put in towards getting themselves ready. It was quite impressive. I know the amount of work that they put in regardless of the fact that it is just a rural carnival.
Highlighting the significant growth of last week's event in comparison to that of last year, Williams stressed for the further recognition of artists on a larger platform.
From the first year to now, it has leaped quite significantly. Next year, I expect a bigger leap as well. The things I would like to see coming out of this show is national recognition. For example, the top 5 or top 4 or top 3, some of these artists, I'm hoping that eventually the CDC will recognize our event.
This year's Soca Monarch competition saw an increased participation of 14 soca artists. Last year, Soca Monarch champion Daddy had to settle for second place with Memory Gone. Third place went to Virus with his hit song Coast Guard, and fourth place went to Electric with Wet Fet. Nulisha Miller for Carnival Beat.
And President of the SVG Calypso Association, Earl Capper Bennett, said he is pleased with the activities being held thus far by the various Calypso tents. Speaking to SVGTV News today, Bennett said that a number of Calypsonians have songs which reflect issues in the society, and he is pleased that the tents have been vibrant and taken their message to the people through the various shows being held across the country. The Calypso Association president, however, noted that there needs to be more contributions made to further uplift the art form.
Calypso has been going great. Last year we introduced the most humorous song. This year that remains as part of the incentive. In fact, we slash humorous entertaining song, and that will be sponsored by a good friend of mine, Stevie Joachim. For personal last, the first time that 5 judges were actually judged in preliminary since Dynamite joined the fold. So this year we've maintained that. Thanks again to our good friend, the sponsors Mustique, and also to Stella and Keith Ashby. In Stella with netball fame, they've contributed $400 and we're extremely grateful. So because of their contribution, that is Mustique and the boys, plus we look for other contribution, we'll be able to send it to 2 additional judges to New York to judge, and henceforth they'll be able to, well, once you send 5 judges in New York, they're going to judge the entire preliminary round. We want to invite patrons to come to the Russell Cinema, wherever the tents are, Georgetown, Kittels, Leyu, Calico, because we have a wide variety of songs.